The Center for 4th and 5th are partnering with our colleges and universities across the region of southern and eastern Kentucky to look at how we can retain and keep our young people within the region as they move into their new careers, raise families, and develop their new lives. This is actually the second Collegiate Summit that we've hosted. We hosted our first one in 2009. This one is an extension of that Collegiate Summit, and we're bringing those students together that have many of the ideas that typically we as adults brainstorm and toss back and forth. We are going to the heart of those students and saying, give us your solutions, identify some of your challenges and how we can solve and keep young people within the region, because it is their ideas and it's their energy that will encourage their peers as well as themselves to come back and be in southern and eastern Kentucky.
So that's what's so fantastic about the work that they're doing here today, is that we're going to the source and getting feedback from the kids themselves. I won't say kids, they're college students, but getting that feedback from them. And this is a ripple effect. This is a ripple effect for our region. The information that we're getting, it is going to not only improve the areas in which they are from individually, but as a whole. And I think that's just fantastic that we are looking into the future and starting right now. The work that we are doing right here, right now, is for the future. And it's just fantastic to me.
Our goals are to develop action plans that our students and our communities and universities can put into action over the next 12 months. We want them to identify some realistic goals. We want them to identify some realistic steps that they can undertake over the next year that will help the out-migration process. Those being in the areas of education, economic development, entrepreneurship, and health and wellness, because those are the issues that we continue to hear from our young people that are main reasons that students leave and don't return to the region.
We talked about the longevity of a workforce around here, being able to keep somebody here, starting early, working with business leaders, with corporations, with companies, with state and local government, and being able to facilitate someone at an early age, learning a trade or service, and being able to use that in their future as they come up in school, to see how important that is for whatever occupation they choose to pursue, and then being able to use that to enhance the quality of their life.
Focus on education, and with education I have noticed myself that there are so many people. According to the KED, there are currently 15,000 people that are in the school system that can retire but haven't. I think that by opening doors for new teachers that want to pursue the field of education, I think it would be a wonderful opportunity for the retired people, the 15,000 that can retire, to be able to, because 15,000 jobs for new teachers, that would be spectacular. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why, many teachers that want to be teachers are moving, out of here, moving to different states or different counties. And I think that there should be an incentive to retire.
Major things I believe is, I'm in the entrepreneurship group, and I believe initiative from the community is key. We have to have that initiative so that the students can come back, and have actual other kinds of jobs, not just medical, lawyers, just the go here because that's needed, but also the things like florists, restaurants, things like that actually helps a lot the economy.
Well, in my group specifically, we were discussing the economic development problems in our areas, and one that I can relate to is scholarship incentives. I'm a Robinson Scholar from UK, and I know that our budget is getting cut. So my idea or strategic idea would be if these business owners would support scholarships or local people to put them through school. If they would come back and work for them, that would bring more local people back to their community to help.
I think the big thing, which they kind of touched on, but I think the big thing is job security. Because I mean, one of us talked about the scholarships. Because I mean, if somebody offers you a better job, and they're going to give you money, debt forgiveness, whatever, at a faraway place. I mean, you kind of have to take that if monetarily you're not stable. I mean, sometimes you don't have an option to stay here, I guess, if you don't have the monetary means. One of the other things we talked about for making up for that is the businesses, the small businesses or the larger businesses coming in here, kind of seeing what we have to say, kind of having their take on it, and not just the government just continually shelling out funds. Maybe some of these businesses trying to help a little bit or something.
The main problems that we are facing in the southeastern part of Kentucky is the health care. If you want to see a doctor or a specialized doctor, you have to drive 2 hours out of the way when we should be able to have those opportunities given to us in a close community like Pikeville. That's one of the topics that we're talking about.
I hope that more education opportunities are available for people, especially teachers, like I said, retirement. I hope to see changes, spectacular and magnificent changes for high schoolers that are, may not want to go to college but maybe can't afford it or want to do something else in their field.
Everybody that's here at this summit is very involved. I think it tends to breed that here, and I think that's a really good quality. I think as we were talking in our group, we had several great ideas, one of them being having state and local government as well as businesses come in and be able to sit at this, to be able to action. Voice is just so much of it for young people at early age, college graduates and people in college, to be talking about things that they're worried about, that they're fears. To have somebody actually listen to that and use that would be tremendous.
I hope that everyone in everyone's communities can be educated about the problems, especially about bringing people back home to work.
The main thing I think is maybe making more funds available somehow. Immediate action, increasing awareness, making more funds to where that people can stay in this area, to where that if they don't stay, it's not because they don't have the money, they can't go to school, they don't have the obligation, to go somewhere else. They can stay here if that's what their real passion is.
What I really hope for to come out of this event is basically more job opportunities. I want to see a better understanding of southeastern Kentucky as just not only a bad place to live and there's nothing for us. I want it to come out as one of the great places to live, not one of the worst places to live. And I would like for it to be well known as a, I guess, like a city of opportunity or just a part of opportunity. So that way, you don't have to feel like you have to move away. You can stay there and you'll be just as successful as you would if you went to Lexington.
A lot of economic growth could come out of here, out of this event today. Also, more education for the people, because most of the reason that people don't do things is because of lack of education, lack of knowledge for what they're doing.